Magellan is a low-cost web service that enhances your existing systems by providing fast, secure connections to internal and external resources wherever you are, from your smartphone, iPad, laptop or home computer, for example. Bring your own device is not going to go away, and we believe that ultimately students will be working from their own devices, and it's important to prepare now to accommodate the wide range of devices that will come into your classrooms. By using Magellan, you can use any type of device with a web connection and create your own bespoke learning environment for teachers and students. For the purposes of this demonstration, I'll show you Magellan being used in 3 different ways, and I'll outline them first now. The first way is as an admin support system, giving remote access to applications such as Sims. Also with Magellan, you can access your files anywhere, anytime, with any device. The second way you can use Magellan is as a classroom teaching resource. This will enable everyone in the class to see and access the resources you want them to use at the same time as you from any device. This keeps the class on task and engaged, unlike other systems where teachers report delays getting lessons started. Thirdly, you can use it as a teaching and homework communication system, allowing you to share files with students anywhere, anytime, and from any device, taking communication channels between student and teacher to a completely new level. So let's take a look at the product. So the first thing you need to do to gain access to Magellan is to point your browser at your school's Magellan installation, and you'll be faced with your home page, which is completely configurable. You log in with your school username and password. And the first thing you get is your personalized home web desktop, effectively. So let's first look at the system as an admin support system for schools. You see here in the Magellan window that there's a series of tiles that match your individual requirements. So with one single sign-on, you have, for example, immediate access to Sims, various support programs, like report writing system or productivity applications, or equally you can go straight to external links or embedded videos within the system as well, and you can launch all of these items directly from the window. You've got access to all of this information from one page. You can have as many tiles as you like, and they're organized across multiple pages which you navigate by using the buttons on the side. By simply clicking on these links, you can have access to these individual applications from any device. So, for example, you could run Sims from your tablet device from home or in school. The best way for me to show you this is to show a video of a tablet accessing Sims. So that's what I'll do now. I'll launch this video on the YouTube site, and it's a demonstration of one of our customer sites who've got Magellan installed, and they're going to open and display and use Sims via their tablet. In our research, over a third of teachers felt that they regularly wasted time logging in and out of different systems to access the information they need for work. Magellan's single sign-on overcomes this, enabling you to access all these services through a single interface via the tiles. And as you can see, the users launch Sims on an iPad, and then they're able to interact with it as they would on a normal school device. It's fully touchscreen aware, and they can access all the menus in any of the areas they want to. So to look at Magellan as a teaching resource, in this example, the tiles on this next page are designed to support a GCSE history revision class. And you can see that I've set up a history bite-size icon, EdXL revision pages, and also individual planning apps and different tools for the users. All of my students can access these just by clicking directly on the link, and it takes them straight to that site. In the environment, some of the class might have their own equipment, laptops, iPads minis, but others can also be working from school iPads or devices. Whatever device though, everyone has access to this same interface from the single logon. For this revision session, I'd introduce the subject, explain the resources that are available to them, and then I'd like students to take the Edexcel history quiz on the link that I provided. If there's anything they're unsure about, I'd ask them to record it on the school wiki space, which they can also access through the window, because we'll cover those in the next lesson. And I'll ask each student to make a revision flashcard for homework and upload it to the folder I've set up especially. In this class, all the students can easily access all the resources via Magellan. They don't need to open any extra web pages or Google search or have to remember the login for the wiki space or any of the other resources, all saving time and keeping them on track. With these tiles in total, there's 3 separate pages, and as you can see we've got no tiles on the 3rd page, but it's very easy to add tiles from a user perspective, and I'll show you that quickly now. So to add a tile, I would come into the Manage My Sites and click the Add a Tile button. And this is for staff or students to be able to configure the system. It opens a new page and it wants me to populate some information. So I need to put in some details of what I want that tile to link to. One way that I might populate this is I could browse the internet and I could find a site that I wanted to add as a link in my Magellan. So if we search for a popular site, my maths is quite popular in education. What I can then do is basically copy that information from that web page and paste it directly into my Add Tile interface, give it a name and choose an icon. And we've got a bank of different icons that you can choose from and use on the system. Which one should we take? We'll use the globe for now. When I've created that tile, it then gives me the ability to go in and change any of the details. So if I named it wrong or I want to change the name, and I can also decide which of my 3 pages I'll display that on. So I'm going to save that tile to my 3rd page. The system confirms that. And then if I navigate back to my 3rd page, I can see that link's appeared. If I close the previous link that I'd opened, click the button and it automatically takes me straight back to that website. And with a single sign-on, if I've got an account for this website, I can automatically sign in, and then next time I hit the link it'll take me straight to that web resource. The other area that the system allows you is to access your files that are on the school network. So either stored locally on site or in the cloud. If we click on the My Files area, it opens a new window, and this is giving me links to all of my different storage repositories. So I can see my school home directory. So this is where I'd normally store all my work that I do on my school network. And I can up and download files to and from that area. And if you remember in the example area earlier, we talked about the users creating a flashcard. So the 3rd way that you can use the system that I'm going to talk about is as a homework admin system. So in our shared area called Demo Share, yours would be your staff or students share on your school network. I've created a folder for history with a particular year group, and in that year group I've put a homework folder. So what the student could do is they navigate to this area from their device, and then they can hit the upload button, and it gives them the ability to add files off their device. So here's a history flashcard that we talked about, and upload that to that shared area on the school network. So we can see that's 100% uploaded. And now that file is now stored on the school network and it's available to other people with access to that folder. So as a teacher, I can come in and I can download that file to my local device and mark that student's work. Or I can actually, with the associated application, launch it directly from this window and view that file in its relevant application. I can make any edits that I want to do to that, or I can just literally view and mark and make any changes there. So the system's secure. There's built-in audit login that ensures all connections, failures and actions are captured to track usage, so you know exactly what people are doing on the system and when. And to give you some idea of how well Magellan has been received amongst teachers so far, at one of our schools, in one of our case studies, it reported that within the first week, 40 teachers and students had logged in over 443 times. In summary, as an independent British company, we're not tied to any particular system, which gave us the freedom to develop a truly universal approach. We've been working in schools for 20 years and have seen the problems which the device wars have created and the time wasted and loss of opportunity which this can mean. In a YouGov survey commissioned by CSE, 43% of teachers said that quick and secure remote access to school files would save time. It's really simple to get up and running on your existing system. Training-wise, it takes very little, and most schools haven't required any special training programs for teachers or end users, but they can always be provided if required. So thank you very much for listening.